Picture this. It is a Wednesday morning. You check your bank account on your phone like you do every first of the month. Your Social Security deposit should be there. It always is. But this month, the number is wrong. Instead of your usual $1,900, you see $950. You stare at the screen. You refresh it. Same number. You think, is this a bank error? Did Social Security make a mistake? Did someone steal from my account? Then you remember. There was a letter last month, an official-looking envelope from the Social Security Administration. You set it on the kitchen counter. You meant to open it, but it looked like standard paperwork, and you were tired, and you thought, I will deal with it later. That letter was not standard paperwork. That letter was a 30-day warning, and the clock ran out. I am Edward. I am a senior policy analyst, and I have spent years helping retired Americans understand the rules that govern their Social Security benefits, and more importantly, how to protect those benefits when the system sends a notice that most people do not fully understand. Today, I am going to walk you through exactly what an SSA overpayment notice is, what the government is legally authorized to do if you do not respond in time, and the 3 steps that can protect your full monthly check while your case is being reviewed. Stay until the end of this video, because there is one specific mistake, one single decision that thousands of seniors make every year when they receive one of these notices, and it results in half of their monthly income disappearing without another warning. I am going to make sure that does not happen to you. Let me tell you about Walter. Walter is 72 years old. He lives in North Carolina. He spent 35 years working in manufacturing, retired at 67, and has been living on his Social Security retirement benefit of $1,750 a month ever since. That check covers his mortgage, his utilities, and his prescriptions. There is not a lot left over, but he manages. In the fall of 2025, Walter received a letter from Social Security. The letter said he had been overpaid by $6,800 over the past 3 years. According to SSA, he had received some part-time income from a small repair job he did for a neighbor, a few $100s, and that income had not been reported to the agency. Walter was confused. He did not think that small job counted as reportable income. He was not trying to deceive anyone. He genuinely did not know. The letter said he had 30 days to respond, to repay, to appeal, to request a waiver, or to ask for a lower repayment rate. Walter read those options and felt overwhelmed. He thought, I need to talk to someone about this. I need to figure out what to do. I will call Social Security next week when I have more energy. He set the letter aside. 1 week became 2. 2 weeks became 4. 30 days passed. The next month, his $1,750 deposit arrived as $875. Half of his income gone. Just like that. No second notice, no phone call, no warning. The automatic 50% withholding had begun exactly as the original letter said it would, because Walter had not responded in time. He called Social Security immediately. They confirmed the withholding was now active. They told him he could still file a waiver, but the withholding would continue while they reviewed it, unless he pushed hard for an exception. Walter is a careful man. He is not irresponsible. He was simply overwhelmed by a letter he did not fully understand, and he ran out of time. Do not be Walter. Let me now give you the verified facts, sourced directly from SSA Gov, SSA official guidance, and SSA's own emergency message from April 2025. Every number I give you comes from official government sources. Fact 1. What an SSA overpayment actually is. According to SSA Gov, an overpayment happens when Social Security pays you more than you should have received. SSA says this can occur because of changes in your income, your work status, your living situation, your marital status, or because of missing or incorrect information in your records. Here is the critical point. SSA's own March 2025 press release confirms that when an overpayment is identified, the agency is required by law to seek repayment. This is not discretionary. SSA does not have the option to simply forgive the debt without a formal request from you. Whether SSA made the error or you did, the obligation to recover the money exists either way. The only way to change that outcome is to take official action. Fact 2. The 30-day window and the 50% withholding rule. This is the rule that catches most seniors by surprise. Per SSA Gov's current public guidance, if you receive an overpayment notice and you do not repay, appeal, request a waiver, or request a lower recovery rate within 30 days, SSA will automatically begin withholding 50% of your monthly Social Security benefit. SSA's April 2025 Emergency Message EM-25029 confirms this clearly. New Title II overpayment notices provide a default withholding rate of 50% of the monthly benefit. Title II means regular Social Security benefits, retirement, survivors, family, and SSDI. That is what most retirees receive. For SSI, supplemental security income, the withholding rate is different. SSA's emergency message confirms the SSI rate remains 10%, not 50%. So if you receive regular Social Security retirement benefits and you do not respond within 30 days, SSA can cut your check in half, automatically, without any further notice. This is not a new policy being threatened. This is the current, active, published rule. Fact 3, 3 official options, and they are not the same. SSA gives you 3 distinct legal tools. Most seniors only know about one of them, and many confuse 2 of them with each other. Choosing the wrong tool, or choosing none, leads to very different outcomes. The first option is an appeal. You file this using Form SSA 561, Request for Reconsideration. Use this when you believe SSA is wrong, either that no overpayment occurred or that the amount they are claiming is incorrect. This is a direct challenge to the decision. The second option is a waiver. You file this using Form SSA 632BK, Request for Waiver of Overpayment Recovery. Use this when you are not disputing that an overpayment may have occurred, but you believe it was not your fault and that repaying it would cause you genuine financial hardship or would simply be unfair. If a waiver is approved, you do not have to repay the money. The third option is a request for a lower recovery rate. You file this using Form SSA 634. Use this when you agree you owe the money, but you cannot afford to lose 50% of your monthly benefit. SSA can reduce the withholding to an amount that does not create a financial crisis for you. Per SSA's own policy, specifically POMS GN 022109, the overpayment notice you receive is supposed to explain all of these rights. The notice must explain the overpayment amount, your right to appeal, your right to request a waiver, and your right to request a different recovery rate. If your letter did not make these options clear, the rights still exist. You just have to know to ask for them. This is the most important piece of information in this entire video, and it is the piece that Walter did not have. Per SSA.gov, if you request a waiver or file an appeal within 30 days of receiving the overpayment notice, SSA will not begin collection while it reviews your request. That means your full monthly check is protected while SSA decides whether your waiver should be approved or your appeal should be granted. SSA's own form guidance confirms this as well. SSA will stop recovering the overpayment until a decision is made on the request. This protection only works if you act within 30 days. If that window closes with no action from you, withholding begins automatically. At that point, you are no longer preventing the loss. You are trying to reverse it. And that is a much harder position to be in. If you are no longer receiving Social Security checks and because of age, circumstances, or any other reason, and SSA determines you owe an overpayment, they do not simply write off the debt. Per SSA.gov, in that situation, SSA may collect the outstanding amount by withholding your federal tax refund, withholding certain state payments owed to you, or garnishing your wages if you are still working. And one more fact that every family should hear clearly. Per SSA.gov, if a person passes away before an overpayment is fully repaid, SSA may seek repayment from anyone who is receiving benefits based on that person's record: a surviving spouse, a dependent, someone who had nothing to do with the original overpayment. This is not a hypothetical worst case. It is official SSA policy. Families need to take overpayment notices seriously even when the person receiving the notice is in poor health. One final fact that seniors often do not anticipate. Per SSA legal guidance, specifically from HALEX, the agency's official legal reference, if SSA denies your waiver request, recovery of the overpayment can begin or resume even if you appeal that denial. In other words, a denied waiver does not automatically pause things again. You need to understand this before you go into the process so you are not caught off guard if the initial waiver decision does not go your way. The waiver is worth filing. It is the right move. But go in with clear eyes about what comes next if it is denied. 3 exact steps. Write them down right now. Step 1. Open the letter immediately and find your 30-day deadline. If you have an SSA overpayment notice in your home right now, open it today, not tomorrow, today. Find the date on the letter, count 30 days forward. That is your hard deadline. Write it on a sticky note, put it on your refrigerator, set an alarm on your phone, then read the letter carefully and identify what SSA is claiming. How much are they saying you owe? What reason do they give? Do you agree with the amount or not? That answer determines which form you need to file. If the letter is confusing, call SSA directly at 1-800-772-1213. Lines are open Monday through Friday. You can also go to your local Social Security office in person and ask a representative to walk you through the notice. Do not let the complexity of the letter be a reason to set it aside. That is exactly what cost Walter 6 months of half income. Step 2. File the right form before the 30-day window closes. Match your situation to the correct form. If you believe SSA is wrong about the overpayment or wrong about the amount, file form SSA 561, Request for Reconsideration. This is your appeal. If you agree an overpayment may have occurred, but it was not your fault and repaying it would cause genuine hardship, file form SSA 632BK. Request for waiver. This is your strongest protection and the only path to potentially eliminating the debt entirely. If you agree you owe the money but cannot afford 50% withheld each month, file form SSA 634, Request for Change in Overpayment Recovery Rate. This protects your income while you repay. All 3 forms are available free at SSA.gov. You can also pick them up at any Social Security office. Filing within 30 days stops the withholding clock. Your full check is protected while SSA reviews your case. After 30 days, that protection is gone. Step 3. Document every action you take and confirm SSA received it. Every form you file, make a copy before you send it. If you mail it, use certified mail with a return receipt requested. That green card that comes back to you is legal proof of the date SSA received your request. If there is ever a dispute about whether you acted within 30 days, that receipt is your evidence. Every call you make to SSA, write down the date, the time, the representative's name or ID number, and a summary of what they told you. Follow up within 2 weeks of filing your form. Call SSA and confirm your request is logged and being processed. Do not assume. Confirm. This paper trail has protected countless seniors from having their appeals dismissed on technicalities. A few minutes of documentation today can save months of lost income later. Let me say this one final time clearly. If you receive an SSA overpayment notice, you have rights, real rights, official forms, legal protections, but every single one of them requires you to act within 30 days. Walter had those same rights. He just did not act in time. You still can. Before I close today, I want to be honest with you about something. YouTube is not a reliable way to stay informed about your government benefits. The platform decides what shows up in your feed. It decides when you see a video. And when a rule changes, like an SSA overpayment policy, a Medicare deadline, or a pension tax update, you may not see the video until weeks after the change has already taken effect. That is a problem when a 30-day deadline is involved. That is why we created the Global Senior Alerts official WhatsApp channel. When you click the link in the description and join the channel, you receive real-time alerts directly on your phone about Social Security rule changes, Medicare updates, pension regulations, bank account rules, insurance policy deadlines, and travel regulations that affect seniors. No algorithm, no guessing, direct to your phone when it matters. And when you join right now, you can download our free Senior Benefits Protection Guide, a printed reference document that explains overpayment rights, Medicare termination protections, SSI rules, and more. Print it. Keep it in the same place you keep your important documents. Share it with your spouse or your adult children. Click the link in the description below. Join the channel, get the guide. And if this video helped you understand something you did not know before, please share it with one senior in your life, someone who is on Social Security, someone who might have a letter sitting on their kitchen counter right now that they have not opened yet. You might be the reason they protect their income in time. I am Edward. Thank you for watching and stay protected.